All right, let's talk about the Pendlay row. So this was created by, or invented by Greg Pendlay, which was a coach. And basically, what I love about this exercise is that it really forces you to brace and become extremely tight through your rowing movement. Now this is a great exercise to help improve your bench because it's the opposite movement, and we've talked about how that upper back helps with big benches, as well as it's just going to make you very explosive in the row, which is very, very beneficial for wrestling, and it's going to make you continually brace incredibly tight. So this is a great exercise for that. Now some things are going to happen that make it a little bit challenging to maintain form. You do need to make sure that your upper body is parallel to the floor. Now most people that are doing bent over rows have that slight arch while they're doing the rows. We want to be all the way parallel when we initiate that lift, which adds a lot of difficulty to the exercise. Now because we're starting in that lower position, we do want to choose appropriate plate height. So I can obviously do more than just 35 pounds on each side, but if I put a 45 pound on each side, the bar would raise up a little bit higher and I would actually be shortening my range of motion. So if you're over 6 foot tall or 6'1" and over, then a plate's probably okay. If you're starting off at 14 years old and you're a little bit shorter, you might even want to start with multiple 10s or 25. We want to start where we basically have our arms out. We don't want to be stretched, but we also don't want to start with a bent position. So find that happy medium. For me at 5'9", a 35 seems to be a very appropriate height. So if you're around 5'7" to 5'9", you can either use a 25 on each side plus continual weights or a 35 as your starting position for height. Now, when we do initiate this lift, before we even start, we don't want to bend forward. We don't want to put our low back in a vulnerable position. We do want to sit back to our hips, supporting all that weight in our hip. So where does our hand position start? We start kind of where our snatch grip is. So we want to basically be on the rings of the bar is a good place to start. And we sit back through our hips, bringing our body parallel. I'm maintaining neutral spine from my head to my hips. From here, I create intra-abdominal tension. I take a deep breath into my belly, push it into my low back, and then I'm exploding up into the row position. Now when I start to row, I'm bringing that bar to my lower chest, driving my elbows back as high as possible. So I'm really trying to pull my elbows behind the bar, maintaining a straight wrist. I want to avoid bringing the bar back and curling my wrist. I don't care about bringing the bar to me. I care about basically getting my elbows back and contracting through my upper back as far as the range of motion allows for. So the bar will come all the way up, but that's not because I'm curling my wrist. It's because I'm bringing my elbows and back all the way together. So let's kind of talk about this one as we go through it. My feet are about shoulder width or a deadlift stance. Make sure you have a good stable base before you initiate this lift. I got my hands around a snatch grip position, so pretty wide. I do engage my lats, so I kind of pinch my pits slightly. I sit all the way back. Initiate the lift, or I take my deep breath, push it into my low back prior to initiating that lift. Now we do want to avoid all momentum on this lift. We don't want to be raising our body, having our hips move around, so we don't want to see any of this. We want to stay down. Learn to be explosive from that very tight, stable, braced position, increasing our weight incrementally. So this will be programmed from beginner all the way through advanced. You're not going to take this out of your program. You will go up incrementally with this. We don't want to lose the body positioning just to increase weight. So when you can perform all of your sets and reps without above the desired set rep range that's listed in your program, and it feels easy, increase that weight 5 pounds per side, and continue to get strong on this to allow you to be more explosive on the mat for your rowing position or your rowing movements, as well as to allow for some bigger benches and more upper back stability. The Pendlay row is a great exercise, which is why you see it in your program from when you start all the way until you continue on as an advanced wrestler.